I'm so sorry that you guys had to not see like the last 20 minutes worth of stuff. Not that it was very exciting. There's nobody watching anyway. Are we actually live? But yeah, it was just like O2. Pete's phone signal is so bad round here.
O2 is bad, man. What's going on with that?
But they're big, aren't they?
O2 is massive.
Nobody's watching though, Pete. So what's the dealio here? Are we on the Andertons channel or are we on yours?
Yeah, we are on the Andertons.
Oh, two people. Yay! Cheers, Gary.
Gary.
What was that Only Fools and Horses thing where the guy goes, Gary?
Gary?
Was it Only Fools and Horses?
I don't know.
Or Dave? Who was the dude that just fell down? Dave?
I haven't watched Fools and Horses. I worked on the car.
The YouTube clip where the guy just collapses on the floor.
Oh, the one we did. Dave? Frank.
Right, come on everybody.
So, what I was saying with the jam thing, Frank, to you was...
Oh yeah, well remembered.
Just play and learn from the mistakes, man. You know, go from the pentatonic and then use your blues licks and your stuff and then use the major and the minor pentatonic on it.
The only one I would say, on the 4 of the 145, stay on the minor pentatonic.
Well, if it's a major blues, then you have to remember.
That's true.
Just listen. It's great to know the theory. It's wonderful. Okay, but it doesn't. If you can't use it,
don't theory the theory. I theory.
Don't theory the theory.
I do.
Hey, Mikey.
Mikey, who? Jimenez?
I think jam over some stuff is great, and then if you want to do that, then incorporate some other a minor 2 in there chord or something in the blues, or you know, something else. Maybe have a you know.
What's a minor 2?
Well, that's the first. The second is a minor. You know, you can have a turnaround at the end, which is you know, 2516, all that stuff. You know,
2516 with a minor turnaround at the end. Is that like a wraparound?
A reach around. Just have a reach around at the end. Pop gig at stadium.
Could you have a minor?
Pop. No. Stop it. Stop. They're not. Sorry, not.
It's very wrong. Anyway, but topical.
Somebody says he's left his rusty trombone in.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
We could make it. We could get fired from YouTube really quickly.
Could we?
Yeah.
What? Not if. Oh, you're probably.
Not for saying rusty trombone.
We're good guys. Right. What's that? I'm what?
I'm trying to remember a cover that you two did with a singer a few months back. Hope. I'm trying to remember a cover song you do too. I don't know.
The two of us did, I don't think the two of us have done anything with the singer, haven't we? Pete did a cool Fleetwood Mac cover, I think, with Mary, didn't you? And don't remember.
623. Howdy, fellow neighbours. Are you Mr. Pepe is on the road, or Anderton's new album? Well, there might be a 4th one coming soon.
We talked
on
about
Andertons or Andertons.
We talked about an Andertons song this morning, didn't we?
Yeah. What?
Name some songs that we could cover.
Name some
songs that we could cover.
Yeah, good cover songs.
I liked Free Ride.
Meg Birch, yes. She's great, man. Free Ride.
Oh, sorry. Are they talking about the cover that we did at Angelic Studios? The
Meg, yeah, Meg Birch.
Meg Birch.
Meg Birch, lovely Meg.
Yes, you can listen to that. That has been streamed on Apple Music and Spotify about I think it's about 40,000 times, and we've had $26 in royalties.
Yeah, we were going to give all the money. We were like, we'll stream it and give the money to charity.
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
And then we have $26.
And you realise that it's hardly enough to even, vaccinate a child. It's just like Spotify. You take a look at yourself.
Yeah, man.
You're ripping the musicians off.
You're ripping all the artists off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. O2 is the bane of my existence.
Boom!
Bang.
Hello. That's what we need, a Batman villain that talks like that. Hello.
I just bought a PRS costume.
Nice.
Good for you.
Which one?
Which one did you buy?
That's what we want to know.
We're off home.
We're nearly home. I mean, I reckon we'll be home in about a quarter of an hour.
Last but Pete, what is the best affordable?
Last Christmas.
What's the best?
The very next day.
The best affordable looper pedal, please.
Landlord Effects Happy Hour is £49. I use it in all my Facebook videos, and it's fine.
There you go. Oh, I mean the Boss GT.
In all fairness, you kind of have to. You have to live in Europe to get one of those Landlord Effects pedals. If you live in America, just buy a Ditto looper by TC or something. It's a bit dearer, but basically the same.
What does FTW stand for?
For the win.
Yay, Dane for the win! Woohoo! Thanks, man. Thanks, Tom. Hi.
Hi.
Spotify, Shine. I love you guys. Love you too. Who farted?
Me. Sorry about that. I've started to try and be a bit healthier recently, snacking on dried fruit in the evenings rather than.
Don't ever have fruit after midday.
Really?
I'm telling you. Yes. If you eat, so this is what I've learned. If you eat during the day, your food sits in the stomach. If you eat fruit, it goes on top of the food in your stomach. Fruit rots, and then you make.
Yeah.
Smelly farts.
So, I'm obviously trying to not eat crisps and things that are unhealthy, snacking. So I'm eating dry fruit, and there's a serious downside byproduct to it.
Somebody's saying, how long did it take us to be comfortable in front of the camera?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I don't think it's a question about being comfortable or not. It's a question of going, I just don't care.
Yeah.
Basically, if you're one of these people that's self-conscious about what other people think of you, you're gonna probably always struggle.
But it's a great thing for you if you are, because
masts every 500 yards on the M25. You
back in the room. So Will was very, very he didn't want to jam along. He didn't want to. You could play next, do a little thing. And now, 2 years down the line, he's putting himself out there on Instagram, doing little. Now he's even doing lessons, even talking to the camera. And that was like, I was like, you just have to, you just do it, and don't care what people think, and then you'll find yourself.
I think to a certain extent. I mean, Pete, way more than me. But 100%, even when I was a teenager and in my 20s, if you wanted to play the guitar, you just had to be in a band.
Yeah.
And
go on and play in a band.
Just there you go. You just go there and you play in front of 20 people or 50 people, or in Pete's case, 80,000 people or whatever, and just there you are. And then doing it in front of a camera is like way easier.
250,000 people.
Okay, fine.
Any recommendation for travelling in the UK?
What, you mean places to go and see? Well,
yeah, but London.
Do you know, the whole of the UK is. Whereabouts are you coming from? Are you American? Because I think what will freak you out in the UK is just how on top of everything else everything is. So nothing is that far away from anything. So there's loads of things you can see. Go to any of the cities. Go to the southwest if you want to see some beautiful old sort of Jurassic kind of coastlines. Go to Wales. Go to Scotland.
Oh, Wales is amazing.
Yeah, go to Ireland, Northern Ireland. Just
southwest. Go to Devon.
Yeah, and obviously come to Guildford, because it's the best, coolest, basically mid-sized, slightly boring town in the whole of the UK.
Newcastle.
Oh, we're coming off here, Pete. I nearly missed it. We are going down the A3 when she comes.
When she comes.
We are going down the
lucky when she comes. If she comes.
We are going down
never
the
happens.
A3. Going
never
down the
happens.
A3.
You'll be really lucky
A3
when she comes. If she comes. Excuse me. Best amp attenuator under 200 quid. Oh,
there isn't one.
There isn't one.
They're all cack, I'm afraid, at that kind of price.
Yeah, you need to spend money for that, otherwise you'll burn your amp up.
The only attenuator that I've used that's even under £500 that I still think sounds okay is the Tone fucking Iron Man Mini.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Sorry.
Bernie's 59 was unreal.
Unbelievable.
That guitar's so nice to play, man. As well. It was a little heavier than I thought it was going to be.
Well, that's what you know what, it's the whole thing about, oh, light guitars are good or bad or whatever. It's just like, they're not. Good guitars are good and bad guitars are bad. That's all you need to know. That was a bit deep, wasn't it?
Can we get a lawn job?
Can we get a whoop whoop? Can we get a what? A lawn job?
I don't know what that means.
What? L-A-W-N? Lawn?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What, like a weekend job mowing lawns?
Maybe.
I don't know what it
We'll
means
win the
either.
Champions League.
It's a
I
great
don't know.
question.
Don't ask
You won't
me.
even know. You're letting your British patriotism, even though you're not British. Are you British? I can't remember. You're British with a funny accent. British. Yeah. What? Are you?
I'm British.
You are British, aren't you? I always get that wrong. A British with a funny accent.
Best pick for rhythm chops.
I'm gonna say don't write off Juventus. Just saying, because when it all boils down to it, and you need a man to score a goal, Cristiano Ronaldo. But I think Man City will win it.
Who do you think, Pete?
Say Porto.
You keep going, talk about football.
Say
I'll have a snooze.
Say Tranmere Rovers.
Let's keep talking about football.
Who? Anyway, Tottenham, bottle job. Never going to win it. Come on, you Irons. We're not even in it. No. Well, whatever. You don't. Who'd have thought Leicester would have won the title?
Is that
3
Mo
years
Leicester?
ago? No. Pete's bored. Let's go back to talking about guitars or Denmark or.
No, I don't want to. Here we go. Forget steering was swapped in the UK. Got scared. Yeah, Tom.
Panic not, man.
There you go,
Panic
panic
not.
not.
We might be stupid, but we don't drive cars with no steering
Well,
wheels.
you're not my stupid. We are stupid.
We really don't.
Hi, Carson.
Carson.
Yeah, again, somebody saying hi, Carson. Can I say hi, Carson? Hi, Carson. Ronaldo's favorite drive pedal.
Ronaldo's favourite drive pedal.
The big balls.
would be. I don't know.
What do we call chaps in Denmark? Brian.
The step over.
We call him Brian.
What do you call who?
A chav in Denmark, we call him
A
a
chav?
Brian.
A Brian.
In Brian. Yeah, Brian.
That's a bit of a bummer. So is, strictly speaking, is Brian Adams, is he like Chav Adams in Denmark?
No, but that's what you call it. It's just how that's what it is.
What a bummer. He's like, yeah, I'm going to tour for the first time ever going to Denmark. It's going to be amazing.
No, but it's not like that. Is it? Nah. German Pete.
I tell you what, man. What does he say?
I don't mean to repeat that. Okay.
Okay. There's a dodgy car park down here. My wife used to work as a special constable, which is like a volunteer police officer. And just down that little lane there on the A3, you'll know where I mean, like Ockham. She said they'd go down there. There'd be like 30 cars in a car park. They'd put the blues on, and all of a sudden, like 60 people would run into the woods, basically.
With their pants around
with their pants around their ankles. Yeah.
And one of them was Lee, of course.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah, it was. That's how you met. Well, us? You actually ran towards the car instead.
Yeah, with my pants down. She felt sorry for me, and we got married. Oh wow!
Hilarious.
O2 hasn't cut out for like.
Well,
10
it will
minutes.
do because when we get to Guildford, it's just bad in Guildford as well. I might actually just change.
You should change. What telephone network should Pete go with?
What telephone network should I go with?
The most boring question I've ever asked.
And can anyone get me free telephone network, please? EE.
Is that what it is? What's Michael Jackson's favourite telephone network?
That'd be an amazing advert.
That's been the best advert ever if it wasn't so completely.
It would have been like 30 years ago, but now it would be the worst advert ever, wouldn't it? Oh, you'd have Rolf Harris would be he'd be telling the joke. Hey, stop! What's Michael Jackson's favourite telephone network?
Stop it, man. Stop. We cannot go there.
Every level of wrong.
Loving the Costa Cup advertisement.
Yeah, we're fully branded up today.
Yeah.
They do make better coffee than Starbucks, I'm just saying. Unless Starbucks want to endorse us, in which case Starbucks make better coffee.
Am I one of the special guests at the Larvik Guitar Festival? No, I am not.
Revere is.
Well, his name is on the thing.
Oh, I see. You mean, are you a... Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
what you mean.
apparently they've got special guests.
I wonder who it is.
Don't know. It'll be someone.
Would you do Larvik? Is that a bit shreddy for you, or would you do it?
Tora's doing it. She's doing it.
Is she?
Yeah. So I think it's not just for shred. It's a guitar festival. I think it's for everyone, but not been asked. So
Not been asked. There we are.
but I didn't even know what to go and play. So time to rehearse with the band and stuff. How much is the average price of Relic Offender?
Oh, how much is what? Sorry.
The average price of Relic Offender is free. Just kick it around the car park for a bit.
I don't know. I mean, I must admit, I think like good level relicking, probably £300 to £500. Like,
Yeah.
to get someone good to do it.
Yeah.
And of course, if you don't have a nitro finish
You have to get a
guitar,
refinish.
then it's tough to even relic a modern sort of poly. Doesn't look
SC
that
Relic does a
authentic.
good job.
Yeah, but he would strip it, wouldn't he?
He would strip it down and nitro it
Yeah.
over, you know.
Yeah. Well, our guy Gavin keeps going
Yeah,
on
he
that
can do
he
it.
could do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I always think the problem with paying someone else to wreck your guitar, if you don't like it, you're buggered, aren't you? It's like there's no like I don't like it. It's like, oh well, that's just, I've done it now. You know, please pay me. So difficult. Difficult.
Guitars that got away.
I've only really.
76 Les Paul for me.
But you had it. And you
I
sold
had it and
right?
I sold it, yeah.
Yeah.
It still didn't get away, but I should have stupidly sold it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm slightly concerned that it might be safe for me to just go and get my daughter and then drop you back off at the shop at this rate, but we'll have to see. I tried a 60-something, 65, 66 Gibson Hummingbird about 15 years ago, which I just thought at the time was the best thing I'd ever tried, ever. And I didn't buy it because I couldn't afford it. It was $4,000. And I've sort of regretted it ever since, although I don't play much acoustic guitar, so no. Anyway, yes.
I think we're there now, aren't we?
We're nearly there. So come on, last question. Make it a good one.
Make it a good one.
A really, really good, deep.
Any experience with VHT or Music Man amps?
It's not the depth of question I was hoping for.
No experience with it, really.
I have tried a few Music Man amps.
Yeah, I like them.
And I did like them. I
Yeah.
like the concept of the valve power amp with the solid state preamp.
And it works well, and they play loud and
They're
clean.
super loud, yeah. But
And
never
super clean.
tried a VHT amp. Didn't they get bought out by someone relatively recently?
Music Man amps?
No, VHT.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought they went from being like super boutique amplifiers to quite cheap Chinese amplifiers like 2 or 3 years ago.
It's also the big Mr. Boogie Cap Clone League.
Oh, it's just a phenomenal piece of kit. Does exactly what it says on the tin.
And on that note,
It's a good last question.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one, but I think we should have one more.
Pete influences. Have I got an influencer?
You got influenza?
I don't know, maybe.
You should take some
Does
paracetamol.
it itch? Does it start with an itch? Then yes, I have it.
Do you ever play the skin flute?
No, but I do shoot my meat pistol. Oh, and I fight with. I have some. I do a lamb lance fights.
Where's professional, guitar store Pete? Keep it up. Should I cheat on my wife
With a pet.
with a pet?
What does that
Am
mean?
I the only one who thinks there needs to be more crossover between Lee and Pete and Nathan and Lee? What, like bass and guitar? We were talking about doing some crossover videos with Jack. I like the idea of that. So Jack plays keys and Pete plays guitar, or I play guitar. What do you think about that? YouTube land. just get me Mayor on your show, please. Oh, what does it cost to send a guitar to the US? Loads, about $100, I think.
Yeah, Jack is great. Yeah, he's great. He's very great.
Jack is the one. I think he's hilarious. He's my sort of favourite presenter to watch, other than Pete. I like Jack. He's very musical. He's got the same musicality as you had. He plays the good chords and he does a bit of singing, and he's very talented. And we're definitely going to go and get my daughter, I think, before I drop you at the show.
Great. Good for her.
Who's 5, by the way, so we won't be having this level of conversation.
No.
I might be wrong. Depends how bad the traffic is. She'll
Where
love
do
it
you-
if we go and get her. She'll
Where
think
do you
you're-
get your jacket from?
She thinks you two are the coolest mothers ever. Mine's a good story, and probably a story into why House of Fraser has had financial difficulties recently. This was 300 quid in House of Fraser, but it had a 50% off ticket on it. So I went in there, and she put it in as like 150 quid, and then took the 50% off as well. So this cost me 75 quid.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I bought mine in Germany and it was the same. It's 45 quid. It's a super dry.
Thanks, Danny Parkin.
And he asks, what's a good recording amp with lots of headroom? Hot Rod Deluxe.
Fender Twin.
Fender Twin.
Yeah. But is that... pass. Not sure. A good recording amp with lots of headroom.
But that's, you know, I'd say just a Hot Rod Deluxe. It's great. Takes that as well. It sounds great. Records really well. Hot Rod Deluxe, the twin reverb. You don't want anything with 10s in it for recording. 340.
What do you yeah, I mean, you want 40-50 watts minimum if you're talking headroom.
Yeah, or 100 watts.
100 watts.
Buy yourself
maximum.
an old Bassman, a Fender
Yeah,
Bassman
that's
from
true.
the 70s, 100
Yeah.
watts. It's
They're not
just
expensive,
clean.
are they?
No, 300-400 quid.
What? No, I'm not sure we can answer that one. Lee, why is your playing more tasteful than Rob? I don't know. It's just personal preference, isn't it?
Somebody watch my babies.
Me. Just didn't see me type the question. What's it like being the biggest YouTube guitar store I don't know. You'd have to ask John Mayer. He's the biggest YouTube guitar personality. We're just mere buffled pumpkins. I can't believe I've got 7 minutes to pick my daughter up and we're stuck in traffic. Oh
You've
man,
gone the other way
dilemma.
around.
Well, there is no other real way around to get to where we need to go. We just literally need to get like 2 minutes from here, but that's 2 minutes assuming we're going at speed.
Where does it have to go?
I've got to go. It's on.
Oof.
I'm not going to say it
I
on
had to say
YouTube.
no, I said
but
point.
yeah, that way.
That way there. Satchel. We're kind of running thin now on the questions.
Yeah, come on. Let's get arm wrestle John Petrucci. Yeah, I tell you, all 3 of us could arm wrestle John Petrucci, and he'd probably still win. I don't know
Yeah.
actually. T-Bone would give us. I'm not sure actually. Might get me and Pete versus John Petrucci. There's only one winner. It's the Trucci, all the way.
The Trooch.
Bicep. His biceps are like my thighs. They really are.
The
I'm
Trooch.
literally looking at my thighs now, and his arms literally are that big.
And just rip.
Right,
Online
come
or
on.
in store.
What does that mean?
I don't know what it means. Online or in store. Oh, if you buy a guitar online or and you want to go in the store and check it out.
Captain meets St. Vincent.
in store.
That's a video that would be cool. I'd like to meet her. Yes, I like that sort of slightly more left field approach to playing the guitar. It's interesting. I like it.
Will you do more live streams? Yes, we will. We've got a new Roland VD4
Right.
HD thingy.
You got VD4 HD thingy.
Yeah, and we need to.
What do you think? Wave check means. I don't even know what they are. Captain meets Joanne Shaw Taylor is happening, right?
Right, yeah, it's put in there. It's put out there.
She
She's
wants to
basically
come
on
on the
tour, she
show.
wants to
We
come
want
on
her
the
to
show.
come on the show. We're just trying to schedule
Yeah.
mutually.
And Rick Graham, I would love to have him come on.
like
That'd be
20
great.
people have asked that, and I keep meaning to try and reach out to him. But bizarrely, I've never met him, spoken to him, anything, which is odd because I've spoken to most YouTubey people. So I should.
Yeah.
But I thought he lived like in France or something. now.
No, I don't think so.
No, we should. I mean, I just think his playing's crazy. He's one of the most fluid, fastest,
Oh, it's
effortless looking
incredible.
players. that I've ever seen. But there we are.
Him and Tom Quayle are just the smooth operators.
Smooth operators. They are the Shardays of the guitar world, aren't they? I want to get Lee to call in the
Chipperson podcast.
I don't know who he is or she is.
You met famous guitarist. Like
Have you ever met a famous guitarist like Angus Young? I've met lots of famous guitar players. I haven't met Angus Young.
No, that'd be cool.
Oh, this is a bummer, isn't it?
Philip Says, please, we can get Philip Says on. That'd be excellent.
Oh yeah, why can't we? Philip Says should absolutely be on. Does he ever come to the UK? Can somebody like call him in Canada and go, "Do you?"
Headed for the Andertons.
Oh,
Haha.
is that coming to us? Did we order them in that colour?
That's
what
it.
it said.
You can't see it, yeah.
No.
It said headed to Andertons.
Yeah. Well, I think we did. We did when we were sitting in the office and ordered them, yeah.
Is that a custom shop one or just a
The
normal one?
Ainsley video's going out this weekend.
Oh yes.
Good. What would you suggest I get for a budget beginner blues guitar, Lee? He's on the phone now. He
Sorry.
shouldn't be. We are stationary, I would say. If there's any police people watching. Eric Gales, we have had Eric Gales in. Best amp emulation software for iPad.
So I wanted to know what that first question was. I was texting to see if anyone else could go and get my little girl. But what was the question? Best beginner guitar?
Yeah, for a blues guitar for a beginner.
Little Strat copy. Like it depends what you can
little
afford.
Squire.
I mean, we do a brand called East Coast in Andertons where you can get something for 99 quid. That's great. Or if you want to spend a bit more, you can do a little Squire Bullet for like 130 quid, 140 quid. It's like great. You know, little. You know what? It's for me as well. It's really not the cheap guitars that are the problem. It's the cheap amps. Cack.
Yeah.
You know, if you spend 50 quid or 60 quid on a cheap amp, it just doesn't sound great. But if you can do like 100 quid on the guitar and 100 quid on the amp, it's good.
Yeah. Or just go in and get the Katana for 180 quid.
That's still, I don't know, there's a little, I don't know. Depends.
There's other good
There's
amps
got to
as well
be,
for that price.
if you're really
Fender XL,
on a budget, then just
There's a little roller
go,
thingy.
just get something second hand.
The
Just
little fly, Black Star flies, like decent.
I've got one of those at home that my little girl plays, and it's all right. I think it's the best of all the little ones, but you know, once you've played something a bit chunkier, it's better.
Using a Tumnus or Archer or Tumnus for the Mayor tone, using a Hot Rod Deluxe. I mean, they're both kind of not that drivey. They're both more or less the same.
What was that? Sorry.
An Archer or a Tumnus into a Hot Rod Deluxe to make Mayor tone. You have to remember, his tone is in his fingers. He could probably plug into anything and he'll still sound like John Mayer.
Wouldn't say an Archer or a
they're both
Tumnus
they
was
both
a Mayer tone.
No, yeah, he's got the clon.
It's a clon, but it's not. That's not the Mayer. The Mayer tone is the big amp.
100 watt amp.
And then
Three of them.
The pedal is really just how he gets like a solo, for certain solos. You know, it's just not. It's not like you can take any like. I don't know, you couldn't take like a Vox AC30 and plug a Tumnus into it or whatever and go, oh yeah, or any pedal for that matter, and go, oh, there's the right guitar with some single coils on it, preferably a Strat style guitar, and an amp with a Fendery kind of clean tone.
I can probably make my Telecaster sound a bit like John Mayer.
Yeah, it's just single coil guitar sound, isn't it? Into the right amp.
And then it's
in the middle of nowhere. Oh no, we're actually in the middle. Still can't get O2 back Look, I mean, I still think that O2 would have some phone reception. If Liz watching, if you didn't just get bumped off, hey man, I hope the mixer you ordered arrived and it's cool.